Imagine backing a 3,000-gallon truck up to a stranger's house at 7 a.m., knowing that in about 3 minutes, you're going to open a lid to a portal that smells like every bad decision that toilet has ever seen. You aren't just looking at it, you're breathing it. The lid scrapes open and the first wave hits you. It's not just a smell, it's a memory you never wanted. You tell yourself this is fine, people need you. Roughly a quarter of homes in the US rely on septic systems instead of municipal sewers, and every single one of them eventually calls someone like you. Congratulations, you're essential. You're also about to stir a 1,000-gallon smoothie of sludge, scum, and things that used to be chilly. And the dress code? Whatever, they ate last night. Nice. Welcome to life as a septic tank pumper. Your day starts before the sun because Septic doesn't respect sleep. You check the rig, the vacuum pump growls like it's hungry. It is. You've got hoses, couplings, gaskets, a metal probe for finding buried lids, and gloves thick enough to high-five a cactus. You roll out with coffee in hand, hoping today's schedule says routine maintenance and not emergency because someone believed flushable meant magical. Spoiler, it doesn't. First house, nice lawn, friendly dog. The homeowner waves unaware you're about to perform gastrointestinal archaeology. You locate the tank by probing the yard like you're searching for pirate treasure. Clunk, found it. You dig, you lift. The lid comes off and there it is, layers. The top floats, grease and scum. The middle is murky wastewater. The bottom, sludge. A patient sediment of everything that didn't make the cut. Most tanks need pumping every 3 to 5 years, depending on household size and water use. That means today you're dealing with several years of secrets. You drop the hose in, the pump roars. There's a satisfying slurp at first, like a giant finishing a milkshake. Then the clogs begin. You stir with a metal wand, breaking up solids. This is the part no one glamorizes on career day. You are essentially blending. There are rules. Don't splash, don't inhale too confidently, definitely don't think about lunch. The hose shudders as it swallows something unholy. You hope it's not a toy car. It's always a toy car, or a phone, or keys that someone insists they absolutely did not flush. Sure, the septic fairy must have done it. The smell never fully disappears. You don't get used to it, you build tolerance. Hydrogen sulfide, the rotten egg gas produced by bacteria, is the main culprit. In high concentrations, it's dangerous, which is why you never climb into a tank. Ever. Septic tanks can turn into oxygen-starved traps. One bad decision and it's lights out, so you stay topside, king of the hose, master of suction, ruler of the lawn. Mid-morning, emergency call. The toilets are bubbling. The shower's making ominous gurgling sounds. You arrive like a knight with a chrome dragon on wheels. The homeowner greets you with panic. It's coming up in the bathtub. Of course it is. You pop the lid, and the tank is fuller than a buffet at noon. Maybe it hasn't been pumped in a decade. Maybe the drain field is overwhelmed. Maybe someone thought paper towels dissolve like tissue. They don't. You get to work fast because this is the difference between gross but fixable and insurance nightmare. The pump screams. You stir like your life depends on it. Insert, agitate, withdraw, repeat. It's cardio with consequences. Then there's the stuff people shouldn't flush.
Stop it.
Feminine hygiene products, paper towels, diapers, dental floss that wraps around machinery like it's knitting a sweater, cat litter, and grease. Grease is the final boss. It hardens into pale islands, drifting across the surface like cursed butter. You break them apart and they resist, offended by your interruption. Every time someone pours bacon grease down a drain, a septic tank somewhere sighs dramatically. Let's talk about the truck. The vacuum truck is your steel companion, capable of holding thousands of gallons of liquefied history. You monitor gauges, listen to pitch changes in the pump, make sure you don't overfill. Because if you do, you'll learn what backflow means in a very personal way. Every turn on the road reminds you that your cargo used to be lasagna. Eventually, you head to a treatment facility to dump the load. Connect hoses, open valves, let gravity take over. You watch the tank empty with quiet satisfaction. Chaos relocated. Afternoons are when the heat rises and aromas bloom like a sinister flower. Third job, routine maintenance for a family of 5. They've been responsible. You open the lid and it's manageable. You almost feel proud. You measure scum and sludge layers with a clear tube tool, checking levels like a scientist conducting experiments no one requested. You explain how bacteria break down solids, how wastewater flows to the drain field, how excessive water use can flood the soil and cause failure. They nod politely, slightly distracted by the fact that you're holding a hose that sounds like it's devouring reality. You finish, reseal the lid, smooth the lawn back down. It's like nothing happened, except it did. You prevented a backup that could have cost thousands. Drain field replacements aren't cheap. By pumping regularly, homeowners extend the life of their systems. You are preventative medicine for a house's digestive tract. You are the reason holidays don't end in biohazard cleanup. You'd think the worst part is the smell. It's not. It's unpredictability. Every tank is a mystery box. Some are calm ponds, others are horror sequels. You've pulled out plastic soldiers, a watch, something that might have once been a costume accessory. You don't ask questions. You simply adapt. Wildlife keeps things interesting. Roosters see you as a rival. Goats attempt to chew your hose because it looks forbidden. Dogs oscillate between best friend and sworn enemy. You've mastered the art of working while being barked at aggressively. It's not on the job description, but it's implied. Weather doesn't care about your plans. Rain turns yards into mud arenas. You drag heavy hoses through slippery grass, trying not to reenact a slapstick routine. In summer, bacteria thrive and odors intensify. In winter, lids freeze and soil hardens. So you're chiseling your way into the underworld like a determined archaeologist. Septic doesn't take snow days. Socially, the job is fascinating. Tell someone what you do and watch their face flicker through curiosity, admiration, and mild retreat. Kids think your truck is the coolest machine on earth. Adults suddenly reconsider their flushing habits. You are a walking public service announcement. Here's the twist. It's stable work. Rural homes, farms, cabins, millions of systems quietly ticking underground. Skilled operators are always needed. You learn mechanical troubleshooting, time management, customer communication. You inspect filters and baffles, spot early signs of trouble, give advice on water conservation. You're part technician, part educator, part calm voice in a plumbing crisis. Late afternoon, last call. The tank is buried deeper than expected. You probe, dig, sweat. Finally, lid revealed. You open it and pause. This one's thick. You stir and the surface shifts reluctantly. The hose dives in. The truck hums approval. You work methodically, making sure it's properly emptied, not just skimmed. Half measures lead to callbacks. Callbacks lead to long nights. As you pack up, the homeowner asks, "Do you ever get used to it?" You think about your first day, the gag reflex, the disbelief, the overwhelming realization that this is what houses are hiding underground. You think about now, steady hands, practiced rhythm, the ability to eat a sandwich afterward without questioning life choices. You adapt, you say, and you do. Driving back, truck lighter, sky turning gold, you replay the day. Emergency save, grease showdown, rooster standoff. You feel tired in a way that's honest. You prevented disaster. You kept wastewater where it belongs. You did something tangible. Tomorrow, more lids, more lawns, more descents into domestic underworlds. Because while it may suck to be a septic tank pumper, literally and metaphorically, it also kind of matters. You're the unsung hero of suburbia, the guardian of groundwater, the quiet defender of functional plumbing. Without you, chaos rises. With you, it stays underground. So the next time you flush and walk away without a second thought, remember, somewhere, someone with a very large hose is keeping that illusion alive. And he's doing it with grit, humor, and a truck that slurps louder than your morning smoothie. That's life at the bottom of the barrel. And somehow, against all odds, you keep showing up.